Okay, this is Screencast 15 of the RCS PTM Term 3 screencasts. I asked you to do a little task in Screencast 14, so you should have something like this. I have my letters, which are all 1000 millimeters high. My grid is 100 by 100. Excuse me. I have different colours in each letter, and I've also got a different colour line around the outside and some different thicknesses of line. So if you haven't done that, pause this and then come back once you've done that. Okay, once you've got different thicknesses, see this one has a thickness of 2 and that one's got a thickness of 0.25, and it's just to demo the last two tools. So the two tools you probably spotted that we haven't looked at yet are these two here, EYEDROPPER tool and Select Symbol, and they're really powerful and really good. Sorry. So the EYEDROPPER tools allows us to pick up attributes and put down attributes. You can toggle between them on the Mac using the Option key. I don't know if you can see that. I've gone from Paint Bucket to EYEDROPPER, just pressing the Option key. Toggles back and forward, whichever ones you started with. So if I click to pick up the attributes and go over to the T to put down attributes, I've picked up the purple colour and the red outline and the line thickness and everything and placed it onto the T. I can do that with lots. I just did undo the Command Z to go back. All these things are controllable, so by clicking in the settings icon you can see that all the kind of fill attributes and pen attributes and all lots of other things as well, dimensions, text position, text attributes and all sorts of stuff are all available. Say I didn't want to pick up the colour and I only wanted to pick up the line thickness. Let's actually just do the whole line, the line, colour, style and thickness. So I've taken the fill attributes off, and I like the line on this one, so I'll do that and place it down onto the S. So rather than taking everything, I've only taken the line, colour and thickness. Likewise, if I go back again and only take the line thickness, so we'll pick up the attributes of the line thickness and then we will place the line thickness down on the S. So I'm sure you can see how that can be really powerful to pick up attributes from one thing or another and place it on new objects. Take a second to have a look through this. Like any of these preferences buttons, some of them have the ability for you to, if you want to have fill textures and pen thicknesses, you could save that as your own personal thing, and then within here you would have your own pre-saved thickness things. The text stuff can be pretty useful as well if you like the text size and styles and alignment and all that from one document. You can actually steal it and paste it into your own. Okay, similar to that, there's a Select Similar tool, this magic wand, which will allow us to select similar objects. Same as the EYEDROPPER tool, there's lots and lots of settings. So in its current format, it's only selecting objects which are the same type. So if I click on this, it's saying there's 5 polylines, so it's just seeing the type of object here. I could go and say, no, not the same object type, I want all the objects with the same line, pen thickness there. So that should, again, should never do these without testing them, that should select the 2 polylines. So there's 2 things selected. Those 2 there, I've just seen which have the same thickness of line around the outside, so regardless of colour or anything. So same idea again, I'll just put that back so that it's its normal setting before I forget. Take that off, an object type as its kind of default. So again, hopefully you can see that being able to select things, might not be obvious at the moment, but classes and layers and symbol names and all sorts of other bits and pieces is really useful. And again, you can save your own, if you've got things that you're always coming back to, you can save them in there as your own defaults, your own personal specialized things. So hopefully that makes sense. We'll come back to this again for the next tutorial, which will be about using some of the tools in the modify drop down. See you in a minute.